So the second question that you asked me is, would I go back? And if I would go back, why? Several students, including and you, don't consider yourself very patriotic. I mean, I don't know what you mean by patriotic. You can be a patriot without wanting to go into the military. In my view of looking at it, if you show up to the polls, you're patriotic. If you're willing to call a senator or write your representative, you're patriotic. I mean, that is a way of participating in the system of government, and that's really what being a patriot is about. Is at some level you have a responsibility to be a voice, but you don't have to pick up a weapon and go overseas in order to be a patriot. You say, does the decision of being, I guess you're asking if the decision of being kicked out affect my view of the United States, or does the decision of being in the military affect your view of the United States? No, and I'll tell you, the fact that if I had any doubts about where I was with the whole experience of being a patriot and my view of the United States, do I think that the United States is arrogant based on my military experience? Yes, I do. But at the same time, I've seen where we have a lot of benefits over other countries, because I got to travel quite a bit in the teen years that I was in. I hit no less than 16 countries, and got to have some one-on-one conversations that were intimate with residents of several different countries. And having lived overseas, I lived in Japan for 2 years, lived in Italy for 2 years, lived in Greece for over a year, and lived in Guam for over a year. And while Guam is a U.S. territory, it's still got its own unique culture. So, the policy of don't ask, don't tell, was it disheartening? Yes, but when you see the level of effort that was put into repealing it, and you see the slow evolution of people's ideals, and you see that people in the United States are willing to listen and evolve their opinions and their attitudes. I mean, of course, we live in a place where sometimes it's 2 steps forward and 1 step back, but we're still ultimately moving forward. So does it affect my view of the states? Don't ask, don't tell. It's disappointing that it took as long as it did in order to have open service, but it restores my faith in the country if I lost it, with the number of Republican supporters or Republican senators who came on board to make repeal possible in this coming year.